The cluster is kind of like an organism. Like every day you turn up and it's doing something different. Like on some days it's quiet and reflective and people are really working and they're doing their own thing. Other days it's just the complete opposite.
Sometimes it's like atoms exploding off of each other. Just by sitting next to each other, a new business idea comes up.
People want to be surrounded by successful people and people, the top people in Australia.
3.5 years ago, we walked in here.
In matching flannel t-shirts.
And matching flannel shirts. I think we'd invoiced 2 customers, and we've gone from that 3.5 years ago to now staff of 10, where we've got 29,000 businesses use our software across 2 countries, a third, a fourth next year. It's just looking back is exciting.
It was price, it was location, and it was the people.
It was so good it convinced me to come into the city.
Yeah.
We have hundreds of members already in the cluster and about $100 million easily in turnover from our members.
Shared office space for grown-ups. That is how I've described it.
I would say the cluster is actually quite good as a filter because it attracts a different type of person than you would get in a conventional space. Just putting yourself in an environment where you're surrounded by other people that are a little bit nuts.
We came into an environment where there actually were professionals. There was a professional recruiter, professional designers, professional computer programmers. And so we actually had a lot to learn from other people. So we probably sort of kind of selfishly went up to people and asked them questions.
There's a guy I was talking to only last week. He sold his 60-person business to Ernst & Young. I mean, you know, again, we're not talking people that are, you know, doing small projects or dabbling with stuff. There's some seriously intelligent people in the cluster. They run amazing businesses and you can learn so much from them.
Just being able to speak to people that were like maybe 3-6 months ahead of you and you're like, oh wow, what's that look like now? You know, it's part of convincing yourself that you can get there as well.
In the iAwards, the last 3 years, 2 of those years, the top prize at the iAwards has been won by cluster members. So it just shows that we really are attracting the best in Australia.
Someone has a success and everybody feels good for them and it drives you and pushes you to have that same sort of level of success.
I'm an established business. I run one of Australia's largest IT PR agencies. So the cluster's really helped me grow my business because it hasn't constrained me, it's enabled me to do that.
You know, just getting yourself out of your second bedroom and providing some social interaction with people that aren't just you and your business partner is kind of like an essential ingredient to not going clinically insane.
My favourite social events are the ones that aren't planned.
You know, little things like that monthly get-togethers and the activities, or Friday night drinks that once a month, or you know, whether it be in the office or out of the office, or those little social aspects. You forget when you're not in a big office and you forget when you're at home. The importance of that sort of extracurricular activity.
On a personal note, I've found some of the best friends I know I'll have forever. And on a professional sort of scale, great again, meeting different people, learning so much from others.
Fantastic facilities, great boardroom, great views, quiet rooms.
Cafe, library,
chessboards, the
central services,
reception.
The staff at the cluster are fantastic. They can't do enough for you. They're extremely professional. They're helpful in every possible way. They take your mail, answer your phones. They can, you know, basically do all that stuff that as a business owner you really don't want the hassle of doing.
You can literally scale week to week. You can go from like 4 to 8 people within a working week. Where else are you going to be able to do that?
The word of mouth at the cluster's kind of helped grow my business and bring in new business leads and win new business as well has been amazing.
We took both our worlds, and because of that, sitting across the desk from each other, and it kind of just morphed into this new joint venture. It's not just the people within the cluster itself. It's their networks. So you kind of get this spiraling effect, and that's where this little cluster baby was born, almost, you know, like it was purely born. It was purely born out of the cluster. Without it, there would have been no joint venture. So
I think the evolution of the cluster, as much as the evolution of the people in the cluster, is what drives me to come here each day.
I see the cluster as the beginning of a movement. You know, it's not just a space, it's a new way of working. Where is this going? What next? That's really exciting.